It's the tragic case of Mavis and Dennis Eccleston that's triggered these changes. Inseparable for 60 years, they made a suicide pact that went wrong. When Dennis could no longer bear the pain of incurable bowel cancer, Mavis helped him take an overdose and tried to end her life too. But while he died, she survived and was charged with his murder.
Dad wants me to look into Dignitas and he said no. He said you can't.
Their daughter Joy was at her mother's hospital bedside when the police came.
Not even 24 hours before, I'd just lost my dad. So I was trying to come to terms with losing my dad, and now I was having my mum ripped out of my arms in nighty dressing gown and slippers and put in a police cell for 30 hours. It literally was as somebody had set a bomb off in our lives, and so we didn't get any chance to grieve Dad, and I've never grieved him since.
Mavis was eventually acquitted by a jury, but only after the trauma of a trial, something campaigners believe would now be avoided. The new guidance on mercy killings states charges would be likely where a suspect influenced a victim not to seek medical treatment, and where the suspect was a healthcare professional with the victim in their care. But it says charges are unlikely where the victim had made a voluntary, clear, settled and informed decision to die, and where the suspect's actions were reluctant under emotional pressure to assist.
It's clearly trying to mitigate the cruelty of the current law. It's distinguishing between malicious homicide and compassionate assistance to die. So what the Crown Prosecution Service is saying, effectively, is that compassionate assistance to die shouldn't be prosecuted.
But this new guidance is just that, it's guidance. Mercy killings are still not defined in law, and it's not a defence against murder or manslaughter. So while campaigners welcome these changes, they're still calling on MPs to do more and to bring in new legislation to enable assisted dying. Without it, they fear people will still turn to family members because they have no other choice. But there are groups who fiercely oppose any changes, as well as the new guidance.
They're clearly open to abuse because how do you know that the consent given was fully informed consent and not influenced by something like a mental health condition such as depression or some sort of coercion that you're unaware of?
So despite the changes, it's an issue that will remain deeply divisive and extremely distressing for those it affects. Ivor Bennett, Sky News.